Oh my God, Miss Bev's production is in the kitchen again, guys. So good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's almost Sabbath hours, but I'm in the kitchen. Today was just an awesome day. From yesterday, we've been having rain, and then last night we had like 50 degrees in the night, and then it started getting colder. And so at, I think 5:30 this morning, everywhere was closing. Everybody was closing the schools because they were expecting the temperature to go so low that everything would have turned ice. And so at 5, I was looking last night and I couldn't see that our schools were closed. But then when my alarm went, I went to sleep. I woke up again at 3, nothing. So I said, okay, I guess it's cool this morning, but if it's going to get icy by 11, then if we dismiss early, we're still going to get the ice to walk on. And I wasn't promising anybody that. So I was already kind of saying, I'm going to take a sick day out. But then when I got up, I went back to sleep. Then when I got up, of course, we got all schools were closed. So we got the day off, and I just chillaxed to talk to my daughter. Like for 3 hours, I was talking to Joe. And again, we just had some good conversations, good conversations with her. And then Judy was supposed to come by this evening after work, but I didn't want her out there in the ice. So we really didn't, the icy slippery thing started later in the evening as the temperature kept going down. So we're thankful for that because you don't want anyone falling on that thing. People went to work this morning and had to get home. So we want them to get home safely, people. So I'm in the kitchen. I just thought, I said, since I'm home, I have been just doing a little video this week. Like I felt good and just wanted to do a video. So tonight is no different. I am here. I feel good. I'm thankful for so much. I'm thankful for you for watching the video and joining in the conversations. It's just totally awesome. And so I want to again thank all of you who have made this channel possible for me to still be here and having fun doing this. I thank you. So I'm promoting my shirts, people. Those of you who didn't get one yet, Miss Bev's Production, A Stronger, Better You, £1 at a time. Again, as you start your journey, just focus on movement and just changing a little bit of what you eat and how you eat. My daughter was talking today about the time of night. If we kind of just stop eating early enough so our bodies can process what we have put in for the day, and so the insulin can get to work, and you know, all the important things that are there to do their job, just so they get a chance to do their job and rest. It would be a nicer thing. So even if we start our day having breakfast at 10 or 11 and having dinner early enough so that you can still do some walking, can still do some movement, can still do some stuff. And then once you start, you know, you rest and let it do what it needs to do and rest also. So with that said, when last week, when we had the storm and she brought when she went and got the chicken back for me, she did get 2 packs, and I only did 1 pack last week for the soup. So the other pack was in the freezer, and there's chicken there, and there's other things in there. Callaloo still frozen there, saltfish. We have so much choices. But tonight, I told her today I'm going to do curry chicken back tonight. So, so I give away the secret, right? Because as I was going to tell you, it's not going to be a snapper today, nor a soup today, not ackee and saltfish, not a callaloo and saltfish day, not a steak and potato day, not a salmon day, not a fried chicken day, not an oxtail day, not a brown stew chicken day, not a baked chicken day, not even a jerk chicken day. because tonight we're going to have our curry chicken back. So that's all the list that I made up today to just tell you that you should just guess what it is that we're going to be cooking tonight. But I already given you give away the story. I gave it away from the beginning, right? I'm getting old, right? So anyhow, yeah, it's gonna be curry chicken back. So I already cleaned it up. I already washed with my vinegar and some lemon juice. I'm now going to season it up. I'm going to be cooking it again in its own juices. That means I'm not going to be adding water to it. I'm going to be lowering the fire on the flame under it so that it just cooks slowly. I don't want it to be like the fire is loud and it's just there cooking quickly and dries out, and then when you add water to the juice, to the natural juice, then it's watered down. I'm going to be seasoning it up. I'm going to be using my friend, the olive oil. I'm going to be using my olive oil as usual, and I'm going to add my seasonings. So I'm going to be using some all-purpose chicken seasoning. So I'm going to add a little of that to this. And again, you add to your taste. I'm not going to tell you add a teaspoonful. I'm going to add my Lorry's. I need to really wean off Lorry's. But because I don't use the salt itself, I just use the Lorry's, which has salt in it. I'm going to add my black pepper, my ground black pepper. I'm going to sprinkle a little of that. Curry tastes nice when it has a little peppery flavoring. So those are the 4 seasonings I'm using on it. And I'm going to stir them up. Ooh. I'm going to stir them up. And wait. Forgetting the main ingredient, right? I'm going to add my Jamaican curry. Why am I forgetting everything tonight? I am just forgetting everything tonight. All right, so let me settle down. I guess because I was dancing before, I was doing my dance. Okay, so for some people, they put the curry in the hot oil and let it burn. But, ooh. Oh my God, I'm sorry guys. That was the black pepper that got to my nostrils. All right, so the black pepper got me this time. So it makes you sneeze, so please be careful. So some people do, when they're making curried food, they like to put the curry into the oil. But I like to put the curry on the meat and let the meat cook well enough so that the curry gets cooked. So I'm stirring in the curry and the seasoning into the meats. If I'd thought about this last night, that would have been off. I would have seasoned it last night so it could have just marinated so nicely. But it's all good. If it seasons well and it gets a chance to cook. So now I'm going to add the oil in the pot. And not too much, just enough. And just let it heat. And then I will add this to it. And tonight I'm also going to be cooking, instead of rice, I think I'm not going to cook anything. I'm going to enjoy this with some hard-dough bread, just because Sabbath has started, and not that it matters to me. I feel like Sabbath is a day of rest, a day of being, getting rejuvenated, taking some time to focus and to get ready for a new day. So I'm sorry. Oh my God, the seasoning is kicking my butt. All right, so as we sit here tonight, we just talk about Sabbath and how, you know, it's sometimes people just make it become a burden, and they try to impose on other people and make other people feel guilty, feel like if they don't worship on the Sabbath day, then they're not going to heaven, and you know, and I don't know if that's what God may have planned for us at all. I think that God is such a God of love and grace, and you know, that sometimes the things that we walk around and we say to people, God is nothing like that. Nothing like that. He wants us to live. Because it's one thing when, you know, you talk about, we go to church on Sabbath and, you know, we disregard everyone else and what they do and how they feel. Even though they're living, they're doing good, they're giving back to the poor, they're helping those who are in need, they're out there, you know, doing kind deeds and speaking kind words and supporting where they can, and they're doing the things that Christ wanted us to do. But yet we have people who think that because they're not going to church on Saturday, all that they're doing is in vain. But in my heart, I don't think so. I think some of the things that God focuses on, he says, he reminds people. First, he said, it's hard for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God, right? It's easy for a camel. Look how big a camel is. And he says it's easier for that camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. I wonder why he said that. Maybe that's why I just don't want riches. I want enough so I could give back, just give back to people who need it, my students who are so needy. And that's what I want to have enough to do. To give back to those who are in need. Alright, so I'm going to leave the fire high for now, because I wanted to just have a little color, and then once it gets that color, I have my garlic, I have my green peppers, I'm going to be adding those, I have my onions, I have my tomatoes, and my carrots that I'm going to be adding. Once I do that first turn, I'm going to be adding those, and I'm going to lower the fire. I'm not going to add any water. I'm just going to lower the fire and let everything just sit there and cook. Cook slowly. So, all right, my people. So, you hung out with me, and I did the cooking, and now this is the outcome. We have the chicken back, and we have and so there you have it. So as I said, we were gonna do the chicken back with the hard dough bread. So that's what it looks like, people. It's nice and brown. It's curry. I have the carrots. And that's the hard dough bread. That's enough. So thank you for sharing with me, and thank you for listening to me, and thank you for leaving a comment, and thank you for all your support on Miss Bev's production. So just some curry chicken back from Miss Bev's kitchen, and I hope that you enjoy. Remember, you turn the fire down so the meat, as it cooks, it's cooking in its own juices. You're not adding water to it. You're just allowing it to just cook slowly, and so that it is more enjoyable, because then it gets to the bones without being watered down. All right, so thanks a lot for your support from the kitchen of Miss Bev. Curry chicken back on an icy cold day. Thank you. If you can't be good, be careful, but walk good.